Hello, today, very special episode introducing Esham Brown Sugar Pickering. We're in the secret boxing gym.
Yes.
Welcome. How you doing?
Nice one.
Secret gym.
What a surprise, Esham.
Yes.
What a surprise in the seat now,
How does it feel to be on that side?
So good. I'm glad to be in this gym here in Tower Bridge, at Rich's gym. And it's nice to meet with my friend again.
Yes.
A lot of years.
Good to see you, man.
And with my people here, so I'm good. I'm good. Let's have a chat.
Esham, tell us about your career, where you first started boxing. Come on, from the beginning. When was he born?
I was in the place that, like Brendan said, the place that God forgot about.
Where's that?
I was in Newark-on-Trent in Nottingham.
Yeah.
A small town in Nottingham, and I wasn't no fighter, you know what I mean? I was a little small guy. I started boxing quite late at 15. I was man into my football, and I wasn't no fighter. I was picked on, bullied as a child, you know what I mean? Rough town, Newark, you know what I mean? Lot of travelling descent, you know what I mean? But I was bullied.
Yeah. Wow.
But I enjoy watching Rocky.
Yeah, inspiration. That's every boxer, isn't it? We still watch it today.
My friend was a boxer, Rennie Briggs Price. He's now his kids come to my gym and I train his lads now.
Right.
And he had a good career, had about 80 amateur fights. You know what I mean, more than I had. But I got into it through him really, and.
What was the first day like for you in the gym? The first time you stepped into the gym?
First day, good, man. I was quite natural, you know what I mean? Like I said, I wasn't no strength or nothing, but I had a good skill and good style about me. You know, I know how to box, just natural.
What was your weight the first time you went in? How much did you weigh?
I was like 45 kilos.
What's that, 6 stone? Joking.
Less than that.
What was
Is it less than that? 45?
45 kilos. No, I mean, it's about 6.5 stones.
Wow.
And I was 15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So, the bullying, you're saying about the bullying, is that why you picked up the boxing?
No. I enjoy boxing. I enjoy watching it. And I think people and I tell you this as well. So I was bullied, and I was. The bullied stopped.
When did it stop?
The bullied stopped.
When?
Because when in my first year as a boxer,
you were names around the place.
People realised I wasn't bad.
Yeah.
You know, like I lost my first 2 to the same guy who had 10 fights, and then I won 10 on the trot and got to a semi-final.
So they rated you.
Then started getting respect, and bullied went out the window. Just got the respect, man, and people started looking up to me. And
so when people started respecting everything, how do you feel inside? Because some people out there
you get that
bullied.
wave of confidence.
Yeah, people get bullied outside.
You get that wave.
That's good. So it's like a relief, innit?
You get that wave of confidence, and you become a different guy. I don't know about you, but like, I don't know what your character was like before you started boxing.
Yeah.
What about you? What was you like?
Yeah. Well, I was always fighting.
You was always fighting. That's totally opposite to me.
You love fight, man.
That was totally
in
opposite to
trouble.
me. I would avoid the fight and like, you know what I mean? I'd run away from the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No.
it's
like from young, how that affected you? You know, like today, you don't know, but it still affected you. That bullying type, where you're there to retaliate.
I hate bullies, D.
So you retaliate. Anybody who's trying to stand up to you, retaliate. Is that where you come into now?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't like bullies. Like saying bullies in the gym. Anybody's being bullied, trust me.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah, bullies in the gym.
I don't like bullies, man.
They love that.
I don't like
Who
bullies.
wants to spar? Who wants to spar?
So
You said
Esham.
it on your thing,
So
front runners.
So I got bullied in gym. Why don't you help me?
You still bullied.
I'm joking.
You was in Bradford.
No, when I came to Sheffield, everyone bullied me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm joking.
Come on.
Tell us about your first fight. Tell us the emotion, what you
Yeah.
went through.
Amateur fight.
Amateur fight. Yeah, your very
How
first fight.
amateur.
How many did you have?
I had 47 amateur fights in 4.5 years.
Wow.
Busy. 17 in my first season. I won 14. I lost my first 2 to the same guy, but that season I beat him back.
And
And then
titles.
I beat him back again. So I only really lost one in my first season.
And titles when you get in the
good, man.
amateurs. What titles?
I only, like I said, 4.5 years. I won a national title at
Good.
17, and then boxed for England at 18.
Nice.
And then I went to Brendan at 18, won 18 and a half turn pro.
Yeah.
What was your first encounter with Brendan? How did that all come about?
That come about because I saw a guy on the TV called Prince Nassim.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we all
great.
saw that.
Nassim. And I mean, this guy was very glamorous, you know, entertainer. And I liked his style. Thought he backed up his boast, his big mouth. Bit. Some of his stuff was a bit corny, you know what I mean? But the guy was special.
What was it
and
like?
when I seen it in my eyes in the gym,
Yeah.
it was real.
Awesome.
Real. Nobody can understand.
I think he did that for a lot of people. As soon as I saw him beat Steve Robinson, I was on the train
I was
straight
at
down
that
there.
fight.
Yeah?
Wales.
At that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
What was you doing there?
It's watching.
What was you doing there?
No,
You weren't even in boxing,
I got friends in
1995.
Bristol, friends in Bristol and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, because remember I lost my third fight.
Yeah.
So I started already. I was a champion in 2001. So yeah. Not
So
far off
you
that.
turned pro in 94?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
So I was into boxing. That fight there. I went with a friend in Bristol. He was like, I want to go to watch Prince Nassim. And I was like, I'm in. And it was worth, I'm telling you.
Worth
Did
the
you rate
money.
him? Did you rate him?
Entertaining.
Did you rate him?
Entertaining, man.
I'm going to tell you the truth. When he first came out, I was like, it's show. It's show. I thought it's show. It's show. It's show.
Yeah.
But time after time after, and this is the thing with anything, like when you see how consistently, like people talk, oh, he's knocking out, they're just journeymen. It's hard to knock somebody out.
Them gentlemen are tough.
He used to knock them out cold.
Yeah.
And
That's
a little
hard
guy as well.
That's hard to do.
What you have to
I
remember
love
when
that
what you have to
Naz.
remember when Naz is that was Naz's first fight at featherweight.
Yeah.
Steve Collins was on his 10th defence or 9th defence, and it was in Wales with 30,000 people.
I remember
all
that.
spitting on him.
Yeah.
Spitting on him.
Spitting
Yeah.
On him when he was on the way to
Chucking
the ring.
coins and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
And he didn't
He
only
punished
beat
him,
him,
though.
he actually
He
battered
minute-
him.
battered
He enjoyed himself.
From
He
round
punished him,
one,
right.
from round one, his first fight at feather, and he was, you know, one thing, Naz was never a featherweight.
Yeah.
He was 5'3".
He should have never been a featherweight.
Should have been a bantamweight.
Yeah.
Bantamweight, mate.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Yeah.
Was he not disciplined?
He come in when I first got in the gym, April 96. I didn't see Naz for 5 weeks. Does Naz train at a different time, Brendan? He don't want to train Ish. He don't want to train, can't get him in the gym.
Once you won the world title, he
Do
went
the
that way,
accent.
didn't he? Yeah.
He don't want to train Ish.
Yeah.
And then he turned up. He looked about 11 and a half stone, little guy.
Yeah.
Somersaulted the rope, stayed in the ring 2 hours and plastered everybody.
Yeah.
Not been in the gym for 2 months, had a bad hand.
Yeah, natural ability.
Unbelievable what he did.
Ish. Did you take anything from Nazim? Like, no, I mean, when you coming up in the pro ranks,
Probably.
what do you take? What do you take off him?
Probably what I took from Naz was negative, really, because I was only young.
Yeah.
But you don't want to. I didn't want to be him.
But you should take something from him.
Probably got a bit cocky. And
Yeah.
Probably that ain't me. I'm laid back and I'm humble. You know what I mean? But
You
in
liven
the
yourself
beginning,
up.
you start saying stuff that he says. You know what I mean? Because you're young and that.
How old was you then?
I was 20 my first pro fight.
Wow.
20. So I started at 15, and my first pro fight was when I was 20. So I was only 4.5 years as boxing before I turned pro. I had a bit weird. I had 17 in my first amateur season, and I had 11 in my first pro year. 11 fights in my first pro year. Yeah.
Wow.
I sold
Who you signed with?
I was with Brendan.
Yeah.
He was my manager.
Yeah.
And I sold tickets. I could sell 100 tickets, 200 tickets. So
You got put
got
on
me
one.
out regular.
Yeah.
So before Christmas, I had 5 fights from September.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next year, I had 6.
That's the way to do it as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one of them was British Michael Devaney, former British champion.
Yeah.
For the eliminator for the British title. But then it was way too far to box John Joe Irwin.
Yeah, it came too quick.
7 months later, I weight above what I was boxing to box John Joe, and I got beat on points.
Yeah.
That fight just came a bit too early for you.
Bit too early, and John Joe was a good fighter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Good fighter, no excuses.
Yeah.
And a big featherweight, and he's best at 28. I was a young 21.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was ringside of that fight.
yeah, ringside, man.
Yeah.
So it was a good learning curve.
So, Sheffield, obviously, what was the setup like? You lived down there, didn't you?
What I did with Brent, like I said, I used to work in a pine factory in Newark.
Yeah.
Making furniture or sanding it. I was a sander.
Go on, lad.
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't know it. We've got some sanding for you to do.
Worked every hour God send it, you know,
Wow.
like we used to do a ghosty on a Thursday, so we worked the day 8 till 5, and then he used to give us, carry on with the hour rate and give us an extra 50 quid.
Yeah.
So when we're 17, 18, and I was winning national title doing that. So I'm getting like £200, and this is back in 1994.
That's
Big
good money.
That's good money.
Big money.
Yeah.
Big man.
Big
He's
money,
balling.
but working a lot of hours. So we used to do the ghost day, work the Friday, and then still like not get the sleep and just, you know.
Just do it right for the night.
Then I used to train and still won a national title doing
And
that.
then when you went
Yes,
to
man.
Sheffield, it was just full-time training and having no money.
Yeah, that's what I did. I gave up my job, saved a bit of money up.
Mm.
My friend done us a bit of sponsorship.
Mm.
And got a bit of money together and went to Sheffield and put my time into boxing, give it a go.
Where do you live?
I lived at a place in Pittsmore, rough
Pittsmore.
place. Pittsmore.
That was the first one.
Describe it how it was when you first got there.
There was a house and John Faxton was in there and Pelly Reid. Remember Pelly Reid?
Yeah.
Good fire.
Yeah, good fight.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick
Yeah,
hands,
yeah,
quick
yeah,
hands.
Bang,
Yeah.
big guy, the discipline of him, strength of him, man. Oh,
Strong.
Pele.
phenomenal, yeah.
Yeah,
but then
kickboxing.
When I was a kickboxer, I used to be on the kickboxing
He
circuit.
beat
with him.
Klitschko, you know,
Yeah.
he did. Beat
Yeah, yeah.
Klitschko as a
Kickboxing.
kickboxer.
Yeah. He knocked
Yeah.
him out of a head kick.
Kicking is all too dangerous.
Different.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, like, so you turn pro. Ask people this a lot. When you turned pro, did you think I want to be a champion?
Good question.
Yeah, it was a dream, wasn't it? It was like a dream, you know, like you wanted to be champion and that, but world champion. But everyone, it was probably 100 fighters in that gym, wasn't there? Amateurs, pros,
Yeah, there was a lot
kids.
mixed.
So when you turned professional, you had in your mind,
I wanted to be a champion. Why would I move to Sheffield and out away from me, give up my job, and put my all into boxing?
Let me ask you another way. Was it more you wanted to be a champion, or were you influenced by Naz? You want to be more what Naz had?
Achieve.
No, I never. I mean, obviously, I knew I didn't want to be like that, really, because I knew I wasn't that person anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did it to become a champion, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and the setbacks I had to get to where I got.
I remember. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
World titles and stuff.
Got knocked out as well, dead at the weight. You was there the whole time.
Yeah, I lived to be at that time.
You know what I mean? Dead at the weight. What I did to make that weight, 8.5 pound on the day of the weigh to make that weight.
Madness.
8.5 pound.
Hot baths.
Only a small guy.
You passed out a couple of times in
Dead.
the house. I had to
Dead, man.
revive
How
him.
did you do it?
Yeah.
God only knows.
we got
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello there.
We got
Yeah, because you got to understand. So you boxed John Irwin for the
featherweight.
featherweight, and then he moves down to
1998.
super bantamweight, and then a couple.
Never went to super bantamweight. I never got a fight at it.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, did you move?
I was only a super bantamweight.
Yeah.
They got me a fight at bantamweight for the world title. But listen, and Brendan's right. Boxing's dangerous, you know what I mean? But people get knocked out for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd never been put on the floor in 9.5, 10 years of boxing. That don't mean to say I couldn't have been put down, but I'd never been put down in boxing. You know what I mean?
A big shock.
Amateurs or pro.
Yeah.
I got knocked out, I got stopped, and proper good shot. But you know what I got? I got good money for it. You know what I mean? So Brendan was white in that aspect. At least I got well paid. But let me tell you, I didn't get. It was the making weight that I got. What the things I did to make that weight was stupid. But maybe I could have made the weight easier, and I should have been monitored properly. it's left to myself. You know what I mean?
You could definitely have done things easier, but personally, I don't think you had any business being down at that way, 8 stone 6.
I think I could have made it though.
Doing it properly, because
yeah,
Dominic obviously did the dietitian later on for all the fighters, isn't he? And so it was was
Dominic's not a dietitian qualified.
Well, for me, he helped me anyway. He cut my weight down.
Yeah, but when you say there's nutritionists, dietitians, you have to be careful because dietitian means you need a degree.
Nutrition, then I'll rephrase that one.
So like I
Serious
said,
thing.
Serious.
All
right, sorry.
We said this before. It's not a diet; it's a calorie deficit.
Yeah.
That's what we say. Diets,
not
around no more.
But you know, back in the days, it was diet tours.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
You dieting.
Yeah, it's all new now.
If you take the T of diet, what does it spell?
Diet.
Right? That's what you guys would do. You would dying to make the weight.
Yeah,
But you know, it is. That's part of the sport. It's sacrifice.
No,
it's
it
sacrifice.
shouldn't be though.
I know.
It
It used to be. That's what I mean. It used to
Shouldn't
be.
be.
But not anymore.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean? It was
it's-
dangerous. We did some stupid stuff, man. Just to make a weight.
But one of my first memories of boxing, I went to a show in Derby.
Yeah.
And this black guy, boom, straight jab,
Yeah.
knocked this other black guy out. And that was you.
Derby.
Yeah.
Oh,
He knocks someone out.
Kurt Gibbons.
I was boxing for
Did you knock
Yorkshire.
someone out?
Yeah, I was boxing just a straight jab. So a straight jab, so boom, boom. And he just proofed. But the guy was big, you know, big. I was looking at him, wow.
He's-
Big man.
and he was a bit older than you,
He was
innit?
older than me, big
you
man.
was a- you-
weight drain.
He was a big man. No. I was an amateur and I was training. I was light middle. I was fine. I was perfect.
He meant he was.
No, I
Oh,
said he was.
nah, he was weight drained. He was full of muscle, man.
Yeah, he was a
Straight
good
jab,
big-
man. Straight
he's a
jab.
good-
Boom.
He's still around, that
Is
guy,
he?
because Damon Orr says about him. He's a
Wow.
personal trainer.
Yeah, he's big. He's
And
ripped.
he looks mint,
He's
man.
ripped. Listen, he scared me,
He's
Richard.
in his 50s. You know?
Fear was there, man. Like, hey, yo.
Yeah, that look.
Yeah,
He
fear
look
was
like
there. I was
He
looking up.
look big.
He looks really well.
Straight jab. Poof. But life, innit?
But as we said before about the diet, like I was on about before, you know me and
Yeah.
John, like in what you was doing, things what you was doing, making the weight when was in that house.
No.
Like you was saying about the half a tin of soup and all that. This guy wasn't even competing. This guy was. Oh, what was you weighing?
Come on,
9
Joe.
stone 12.
And he was tall as well.
13
He was tall as well.
9 stone 13 at 5'11", yeah.
Oh, wow.
Long
Yeah.
house.
But
They're just not eating and like
training was
struggling to talk, wouldn't you?
twice a day. Yeah, I just have to sleep all the time between sessions. Train
Tired.
twice a day and sleep because that's what I thought you had to do.
Yeah.
You had to be
Yeah,
10
no,
stone,
no.
right?
It's crazy.
Yeah. What?
And then the politics,
Misinformation.
Yeah.
politics of boxing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like swallowed you up, and you never even boxed in the end.
That's right.
He was a kickboxer, though.
Yeah.
Did well.
Yeah, that's past
Yeah.
though.
The kicking thing. The
Yeah,
kicking.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard still. Still hard.
The
Still
kicking
hard.
thing scares me.
It's
Still hard, man.
It is
What
it's a whole
age
tough
did you
different
finish
sport.
kickboxing?
17.
And did well.
Come
Did
to
very well.
Brennan's a year later.
Very well.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Pretty much.
How
Straight
far
away,
did you get?
yeah.
How far did you get it again?
I did all right.
No,
yeah.
what do you win?
It's not about me. It's
No,
about
I
him.
know, no,
This
no,
is
no,
the
no.
episode.
I'm not bothered with
It's a
talking.
chat. It's not interview. It's a chat.
Talking about everybody.
Yeah, well, everybody,
No,
come
no,
on,
no,
come
as
on,
you
come
said-
on.
as you
Richard,
said.
ask him.
No,
Ask
we're
him.
getting back to you. Because I wanted to know what was it like being like in because that's that the Ingle gym,
Yeah.
famous gym.
Yeah.
Like, did it feel pressurized being like when I was fighting? Like, I weren't around other big fighters
Yeah.
that much. Like, there was a point where myself, Ted Bammy, trained together
Yeah.
Good
for a little
fighting.
while, but there was no one. I suppose there was no one bigger than me
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the gym.
So you're like the main man there. You
See what I
main boy,
mean?
yeah.
$1,000,000%. I seen
was
the
that like?
I
'Cause
seen the
you had
gym
some
like
big-
John did and D. We saw the gym at its very, very best. I wasn't there when Errol Graham was there, but
Nah, he wasn't.
Nazim Ahmed, I've been in that gym, and Nazim Ahmed was boxing. It might have been Wayne McCulloch or the one before.
Yeah. Wayne
might have been-
McCulloch.
But the cameras and the people from
The pressure.
America all over the world, the
Yeah.
press
Press.
coming in that gym, mate,
Yeah.
it filled the gym.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
amount of... Well, it was big news.
It
you know,
was
so that-
massive. Everyone you
was
sparred with was a champion. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. You're doing a round with John Faxton. You turn around, Pelly stood in front of you. Then Johnny Nelson, John
That's
Faxton.
what like. They hit you
You just
hard.
name after name.
Hard.
Junior Witter,
Neville
Kell
Bryan.
Brook was
Neck.
a kid.
Ryan Rhodes.
Yeah. Brilliant place to learn.
But there,
pick
that's
up so much stuff.
They did body sparring, so it was good. You could spar with anybody then.
The competition.
It was very
I
good.
know you're saying it's only body sparring, but
Power.
Trust me.
You could everywhere. Everywhere.
You know,
Everything
of course,
hurt. Arms dead.
Yeah, I know you, man.
Yeah.
And there was no
No holding back. No holding back.
Man, there's some serious things.
Egos, innit?
Yeah.
No, a lot of ego.
And when you walk through the door, they're calling
yeah,
into the ring. They're calling into the ring. Say, yo, get in the ring.
But you gotta have that ego, though.
Yeah.
It's like
And it takes time to get to know people because you could feel the energy in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did we start talking? Was it we got close quite quick? Was it because we went and worked as security on the York races?
That was it.
Is that the first time we interacted?
So me and Junior got a job. How did you get that job, you?
How
did you get it?
So Johnny Nelson walked up to me in the gym.
Yeah, it was Johnny's firm, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just walked straight up to me and goes, I think you'd be a good fit for my security business. I'm doing the York races. And that was it. I ended up on a bus and you were sat next to me.
Yeah, me, you and Witter.
Yeah.
What were you like on security?
It was the horse.
Oh, right.
York races.
I never seen one horse. I never seen one horse.
Yeah. We were York races.
Security.
Yeah.
Wow.
That guy, guy who looked after us was funny, wasn't he? Remember that Manchester guy?
Yeah.
Right, kids.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do?
Yeah, nice fella. He's on my Facebook. What
Is he?
Yeah. He'll watch this now. I'll be rude. He was actually Johnny's boss. What his name, man?
Yeah,
on my Facebook. Lovely guy.
Yeah.
Lovely guy.
Right.
Yeah.
question for you. From your favourite fight of yours.
Of mine.
Your career.
Of your career, the fight where you think to yourself, either I enjoyed that the most or I thought I looked the best.
And the preparation, everything came bang on.
Believe it or not, this is a silly one, and you won't know this. My best actual fight that I thought I was happy with myself was an amateur fight. And I beat a kid from Gemini, which is a really good club, and I beat a national champion in the semi-finals. And I had a load of crowd behind me. It was just a big buzz. A big buzz. You know, when we spoke to Clinton, he was big on this. I didn't mention that he won the Central Area title. He didn't like it, did he?
No, he didn't.
Don't forget the Central Area. He was big on that.
Yeah.
And like when you seen Tyson Fury, we saw him on a clip crying because he won the English title.
Yeah.
And when he won the world title, he's like,
because it's the first, right?
No, but you know,
it
it is true. It is true. I mean, how do any of you felt when you've won just one belt? It's achievement.
Yeah.
Because you've been working for all these years to say, I've got it. Next.
Commonwealth was definitely.
Step
How
on
did
the
you
ladder.
feel?
Yeah, Commonwealth is like.
Yeah. It's so wow.
I've arrived.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
When I got my first belt, I put it on my bed. It stayed there. I just put it in my bed. No one made my bed. Put it in bed to show it to
Still
everybody.
there?
See, this
Actually, it's still
Still in his bed now.
It's still there, man.
I was
It's achievement, man.
You know, like.
Do you think it ever sunk in with you?
Belt.
It ever sunk in?
You know what it is? I think I am, and I say this a lot to my children. I don't think that I appreciated. I don't think I appreciated because I won the Commonwealth title.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was already on to the next thing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I want to fight for the British.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was looking for that. And then when I got the IBO, I was like, well, I don't want it.
You want the British,
I don't want I want the British. Like I was always looking for the next, and like, that was always a dream of mine.
Yeah.
Like, once I turned pro, and that's why I asked you if when you turned pro you wanted to be a champion.
Yeah.
Because how I turned pro was, I went into the ABAs. I got my jaw broken.
I remember he told me that
went in the
before.
semi-final, and then I couldn't fight. And I thought, well, if my jaw got broken in amateur, I might as well. And I literally thought I might as well turn pro. And I did it for the experience. I didn't think to myself, I want to be a champion.
Yeah.
So it's a big bonus for you.
It wasn't that I didn't think I was going to get anywhere. I started professional boxing purely because I just wanted to see what it felt like.
Yeah.
That's why I started.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I was like, well, I'm quite good at it.
Yeah.
And that was it. So, you know, when I hear people like yourself say, I started and I wanted to be a world champion.
Yeah.
I was listening
You
to...
never had that mentality.
No, I was listening to David Hay years ago, obviously. And he was saying, when he turned pro, he was like, I want to be a world champion.
Yeah.
And like that intention, you know, I think for me, when you have an intention, it's harder to come off track.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
Did you ever feel like you came?
It's like with Johnny Nelson. Though we spoke to Johnny. That's about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Johnny didn't think he'd make Central Area champion.
Yeah.
He won British, Commonwealth, European,
Couple of
and
world
10
titles.
defences of the world title.
And then he won a heavyweight
and
world
then now he's
title.
the head of Sky Sports. He's the biggest success story. You know, and he over surpassed Naz. You know what I mean? With his accomplishments. So how much do you feel? But with me, like winning the British, Commonwealth, and European title and holding them all at the same time, it's a bit weird because I knocked every one of them out, all separate fights. And I went on about 6 knockouts, man. This is the guy that wasn't supposed to eat. It was a bit...
Yeah.
You think to yourself, like... you're like... You can't take it away, can you? That you've won them belts. You are in, you know, history because people... These guys now that are way bigger names than what I was...
Yeah.
Not done nothing.
You
see it now, Richard, don't you?
These
guys, they're a big deal, but and some of them never do anything.
I
mean,
yeah.
And they're not a lot more money.
Power of social media. It's a different. It's a different.
I'd love to be good if it was around now. We'd be a lot more secure.
Yeah. Listen,
you can promote yourself now.
Yeah.
I remember.
Little joke about that same said thing. When this gym opened, I called Barry Hearn. And he was like, "Who's this? The Secret?" I was like, he goes, "What, me?" He goes, "Rick, if you were fighting now, you'd be a millionaire." I was like,
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
That's the worst thing you could have said.
Trust me.
Barry, what a guy. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah.
We need to get Barry on this podcast.
Yeah. You still got contact with him?
I still got his number, I believe.
Oh, you got to
We'd like to
Can
we get him on? We see what?
And you can introduce it again.
Hey, you could come on with
You
him.
never know. You never know.
Calls. I don't know if he's still taking my... No, nice guy. Like, you know, Matchroom Sport.
Maybe if you call him up and say you think you'd have one more fight.
Let me tell you something. Barry Yearns is a nice guy. You know why? My first fight, I just turned, my manager was Jack Trickett, and he said, "Oh, go down to the show and get a fight." He would take it to Mickey. So myself, I think it's all set up and everything. So I walked down.
Did you take him serious?
You thought he was on?
Yeah, I thought I was on. So I bought new tracksuit, haircut, everything. Listen, tracksuit, everything. Jazzed up. I dieted down, got me dieted down, everything went down, bags, everything. Went into the show with Naz and Paul Ingle fighting. Yeah,
okay.
Top of the bill.
I went in. I said, all right, Barry, mate. I'm fighting. Who are you? I said, Donovan Smiley. Looked on the list. I said, nah, mate. He said, yeah, but Jack Trickett told me to come down and I'm fighting.
Special, man.
I tell you what, you can fight on my show. You put me on his show. So he put me down with Sean Pitchard. Sean Pitchard had 4 fights, maybe
That's
knocked
class,
out.
though, isn't it?
I went onto the show. Listen, my music came on. I was buzzing. All I was buzzing. I had no fear.
Wow.
What 54 seconds first round. He's never been knocked out, that guy. And that got shown on Sky TV for the best knockouts. And I thought,
when did
wow.
he find out that you were joking to go down there?
Jack, he came into the gym and said, "Oh, well done."
It's a good story, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
You know what it shows?
Listen,
You got to take a chance. innit?
take a chance.
Yeah.
I went down there with my bags, mate.
You got to take
Embarrassing. But I got some tickets. He gave me some tickets, Barry. Nice guy. Gave me 4 tickets. George Foreman was there. He shook my hand. Said, "God bless you, good fight." And I thought, wow. I was buzzing, man. For your first fight.
That must be
buzzing,
the best
buzzing.
experience you've had.
I was buzzing, mate.
You know what I mean?
Because everybody was there. Dwight York. I was meeting people. I was at ringside. I was singing.
Big time, man.
I've never been there. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Yeah, thank you, sir. Listen, every boxer has got a story.
Yeah.
That's why we don't regret what we do.
That's it. It's
We might
nice
have
reminiscing.
ups and
Reminiscing,
downs,
man.
but we
Yeah,
all
of course.
have seen good
And
times in boxing.
meeting guys and being around guys like this.
Yeah,
You know, like,
it just gives you a buzz, man.
it's great times, isn't
Yeah.
it? And, you know, I mean, you can't take it away, man.
I want to ask you the question that you ask all our guests.
Go on.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course I have.
tell us.
Tell us at least one.
Big Regrets.
Close your eyes.
Meeting me.
Close your
Am I
eyes.
one of your regrets?
You know what? My regrets is personal.
Yeah,
to
close
be
your eyes.
honest.
No, close your eyes. Close your eyes, man.
Personal.
Listen, it's a
Take
chat.
camera off.
Chat,
We'll
chat,
just talk
chat,
about
please. You know what I mean?
any way you can publicly say.
Listen, I'll put it like this.
Yeah.
Making the right decisions. That's what life's all about.
It is.
Because life would have been totally different if I'd have done certain things in my life. Things would have happened.
Yeah.
I had a bit of skill, had a bit of something about
You
me.
had more than a little bit.
Something about me as a boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But winning that European title
Did you win
on
that?
BBC One.
It was Bradford, in my hometown. It was
He
nice.
was on the undercard.
Yeah, it was
On
privilege.
BBC.
Yes.
Gigliotti only lost a split decision for the world title on
Yeah.
home soil.
Good
That
bill.
was
Very
probably
good.
my best day, man.
Yeah.
My
You're
best
doing
day.
well. So, about I don't know, just
I
talk-
really
talk about your
regret
life.
though.
Any regret?
You've evaded the
Regrets.
question. Have you got
Talk-
any
talk
regrets?
about your
like I
life.
said,
Talk-
like I said to you,
Politician.
decisions.
Yeah.
Made some bad decisions.
Yeah.
If I start saying my regrets,
Yeah.
I'll say a lot of different names.
Yeah.
No, but you know it is.
But it's all down to myself.
Yeah,
man,
give
you know what I mean?
examples. Give
It's all down
examples.
to myself. Life. I
Just-
mean,
just close your eyes and
you know,
just wheel
obviously,
it off.
you know, I can say about making the bantamweight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the world title, money was the reason, and you know what I mean? Maybe shouldn't have done that. But listen, I went
risk.
to, I think Richard don't know this, I went to New York on a weekend trip.
This is
And
nice.
10 months
Good.
later,
Yeah.
weekend trip, with my friend. Let's go down Gleason's gym, have a look.
Okay.
I walks in Gleason's gym. Who's there? The guy who knocked me out. The gym's full of kids. It was like Brendan's gym,
Yeah.
but 3 times bigger. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Americans, yeah, all over the world, you know what I mean? What's he doing? He's training for a fight. I just went up to him and said, do you want to spar? I had no gear, nothing. And I sparred him. That was the best thing I did because that made me.
Did he know when you walked up to him?
Well, you
That's
were-
the spot. Did he know who you was?
He knew straight away.
Straight-
Yeah.
what-
Tell me about his facial
Yeah,
expressions.
expression. Go on.
You share the ring with
Nothing.
someone, you can't forget.
Yeah.
No, but he like, yeah, like he'd seen me the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, like Panamanian guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Panamanian, like, oh yeah. One of them was like, he can't really speak much English. And he went,
Yeah.
I'd spar. You want to spar with you? Yeah. Spar.
What was it
See
like
Pickering,
after the
yeah.
spar? What did he say? Any words after the sparring?
Nah, not really.
He
I
didn't
can't
look. He
remember.
couldn't look here, but he couldn't.
Nah, like I said, I didn't beat him up, but I outboxed him. You know what I mean? And I was knackered as well from the
The
fight.
heat, isn't it?
Yeah, but that made my career.
Because he brought you
The
back.
best thing is a God in this world, man. How can that happen? How can you go to New York, you walk in the Gleason's gym, and he's there getting ready to train?
I
So
don't.
I don't even know he trained in New York. He's from Panama.
I don't think that
You know
just
what I mean?
made.
I went on a weekend break, Richard. You know what I mean?
I don't think that just made you as a fighter. I think it made that as a person.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's
100%.
Because you overcome.
Yeah.
A lot of people get knocked out and live with them demons.
People, listen, how many people you might even know people, even as an amateur, when they get knocked out, they're done. You don't see them
yeah,
again. They're
100%.
finished.
But
I mean,
this goes back to what we've spoken about before.
Mm.
And
Character.
Character.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't have the character later.
but you built it. You built it.
Because when I went through my problems in my life,
Yeah.
I couldn't hold it down as my character didn't hold it. I couldn't hold myself together.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I couldn't hold, so I was weak. But on that, showed good character.
Yeah, but
How
see,
weird is that?
No, but see, this is the thing. It's like your other personal thing. It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different.
Well, but you know, like,
He's on about character in the ring. You always have character in the
in
ring.
the
We
ring,
said this in one of our
Character in the
episodes. We said on our episode. Remember the very
Yeah.
first episode. Glenn
Yeah.
Rhodes? Remember? Was it Glenn Rhodes? No, it wasn't Glenn Rhodes. Who was it?
No, it was Glenn Rhodes.
No. It was someone, and we all agreed. It was Tommy Frank.
Tommy Frank.
and you want the first episode.
No, it was Glenn
The
Rhodes. It was Glenn
no.
Rhodes.
But we
Sure.
did it on the same day, didn't we?
Okay, yeah.
But he said in his fights that when you have to bite down on the gum shield and go to war, he always had that in abundance. He always had that in abundance. You didn't think that you'd had.
I don't. No. I dig deep. But what I'm saying is, I don't think I had that I don't know about you either. You seemed a nice guy, but you said you went out there to destruct him. But
Yeah.
I didn't see that in you.
You're joking
I
me,
didn't.
man.
No.
If you watch video again, man. If you watch YouTube.
It might be because of the person you are now.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I thought he was nice. You know,
Tidy.
I thought, yeah,
Yeah, tidy.
a good boxer, man,
Yeah.
skillful. You
Yeah.
know, I love that about you, about your skills and that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I really, I've got guys that never, my friends that never really watched boxing,
Yeah.
and they mentioned you
Yeah. Yeah.
back
Yeah.
in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Late 90s and that.
Yeah.
Richard Williams is their favourite fighter, and they're guys that don't even really watch boxing
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you had them skills.
See, but what I'm saying is, like, when I was fighting, I didn't get that where, because I would speak and smile with people. It's like, oh, I can remember someone on Sky saying that they think I'm maybe too nice or something. And what I think as a fighter, and what people get twisted as a fighter, they think that you have to walk around angry and smashing stuff up. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous. It's a switch.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking now, we're laughing and joking.
Yeah.
But in there is business. It's
Yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah.
You're a
yeah.
different
Yeah.
person. You're different.
Actually,
You're different.
when I fought, I didn't really talk to nobody. I don't know. It's just
Quiet.
I thought, yeah, quiet. People would say hello to me. I just look at them, and I'll apologize to them afterwards. Say, this is where I am. You don't talk to me when I'm fighting. I'm in the zone. That's what
See,
some people go like that.
Yeah,
Some
because
people
I
We're
was
like that.
different characters.
See, I
aren't
wasn't
we?
like
character.
that.
Yeah, I would like that.
wasn't like
I couldn't
that.
talk to you.
So I could be at the venues gonna fight.
Yeah.
And I could sit in the crowd and talk
Couldn't do
to
it.
people
Couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
you
And
just
then
switch it on.
because that's business.
Yeah.
Like even now, like if I get in there now
Yeah.
to spar, I just
Switch on.
change
Yeah.
because that's
Switch
business.
or switch.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
I
I mean-
think,
Yeah.
but you was a nice-ish, weren't you? Too nice, I reckon.
I
I've
could.
never seen you kickbox, but
No, I could switch it on.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
On,
like,
off.
yeah.
It's like,
Well, it only
Then
take
you
me.
have to be an
you-
arsehole.
take
Yeah,
a push.
yeah.
It's the first shot, you know, when you
there's
get
a
hit with the
word
first
I
shot.
shot.
there's a word I've got that I tell my fighters, and I can't remember it now, and it's just I can't remember the word, and I say it to them all the time, but that's you know what I mean, that's my memory. But honestly, there's a word that
Mean intentions.
No, what is it now? You've got to be. It'll come to me in a bit, and the word is spot on.
Oh, I want
It's
to know that
spot on.
word now.
Yeah, honestly, it's spot on.
What's it to do with? Describe the word. We'll all guess it.
You know, just have that, like I say, a mean intention, but
Spark.
you got to be spiteful.
Spiteful.
is the
Spiteful.
word.
Yeah, yeah,
You got to be
All of them.
spiteful.
Yeah.
Spiteful,
yeah,
ruthless,
yeah,
Yeah.
merciless.
yeah.
All of those names, all of
And
those
then
great
words,
friends
things.
after, give
Yeah.
a hug
all
after.
of those words come to
Spiteful.
mind.
Yeah.
That's like, for me,
Yeah,
when you're in there, I'm thinking about all of those things.
yeah,
So I used to think to myself, when people used to say, "Oh, I think he's too nice," I'd be like, "That's cool,"
yeah,
because used to your combination punching and your finishing
yeah,
was like
yeah.
on point.
That right
Merciless.
uppercut. I love this
Merciless.
uppercut. Yeah,
And this is the things that excite me
yeah,
watching boxing.
yeah,
I want to see fighters where the good boxers, whatever, but if they see an opportunity, they jump on it.
Let me ask you both a question, because obviously I've seen you both of you fight, right? You first, Rich. What's going through your head when you're trying to land a shot on someone? Is there some kind? This is more for them guys at home, right? Because them guys at home think you have to be angry and there's to be
No.
nasty things, or is it that your
Timing.
mind's like water, but you know what you need to do? It's clear.
100%. What for me, I would just relax, and just full extension of my shoulder, full extension,
Yeah.
shoulder,
Yeah, yeah,
and then just relax. And for me, like people say, oh, like when people take a punch,
yeah,
I used to think they would take one.
yeah,
In my mind, I'm not expecting you to go down from that one.
yeah,
I'm just gonna keep hitting you. I'm just gonna keep hitting. That's what I did.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I wasn't I didn't think of myself as a one punch knockout
Yeah.
person.
yeah, yeah,
Even
Straight,
though at
yeah.
one point I had a high knockout
yeah,
percentage,
yeah.
but it was more because
Accumulation.
accumulation, and I just picked
Mm.
precise punches.
Mm.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I just wanted to keep somebody on that hook,
That's
that's constantly on that hook. But knocking somebody out, to me, that's the thing. I want to ask you this as well. The thing I miss about boxing the most is the feeling of
knockout afterwards. Wicked.
That is
best moment in life.
It's sweet, isn't it?
It's not the interviews.
Yeah.
It's not the people asking
Just
me
taking a
questions.
man out.
It's like being in there, seeing things happening, feeling things happening, and thinking he's gonna do it again. I'm gonna get him. And when you get that perfect timing, there's
It's bang on.
What about you? What was in your head? You know, like when you see them highlight reel. I'm going to give Matty Harris a shout out. I was showing him your highlight reel. He's like, go and watch Esham's highlight reel. And he was watching it this week. You know, oof. Okay, I'll just let you watch it. I'll go. But when you were landing that right uppercut, and you saw him go out the way he go out, tell me what was going through your mind just half a second before it.
No, I must admit, all my knockouts, straight up.
They were good knockouts, man.
No, there wasn't intention to do it.
Yeah, just timing.
Every time I tried to knock a man out, never happened.
Yeah.
When I was easy, never even hit him hard.
Just the same thing you're saying. It's just relax yourself and throw it. You'll catch him off guard.
I knocked that Kenyan out.
Yeah.
And that was an orderly Harrison's bill.
Yeah.
The sweetest right hand. I mean, straight down. It went down his face.
Yeah.
But they looked devastating.
Yeah.
But it was that.
Do you know what?
8 ounce gloves as well.
I wanted this take
Just
off for the
don't
guy.
try too hard to do it, because the harder you try,
You can't get it.
don't happen.
You know when you knock a man out two different ways though, right? What you guys are saying. When you land a sweet shot and you get
You know, don't you?
You get that spasm up your hand
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
already walking in a different direction because it's sweet, right?
You know, don't you?
It's just like sweet, right?
And you watch that video
But there's
over
a
and over
difference
again at
between-
home.
There's a difference between that kind of knockout and then when you just pummel a guy over with aggression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you hit him with a number combination, he's almost forced over with aggression.
Yeah.
And that's, they don't understand.
Pummeled him.
The fighter can only understand the sweetness of the shot, the timing, the accuracy. To get a shot.
Yeah, those ones are not as satisfying.
No. No.
It's the one where you slip, boom, and it's like
It all comes together.
I've had that.
Yeah.
Clean.
And it's there
It's
sleeping.
poetry in motion.
absolutely,
Yeah, it's a work of art, right?
Clean.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's like checkmate on
Yeah.
the chessboard.
It's
Clean.
exactly that.
Yeah.
Clean.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Like you plan it and you think. I always say like when I've heard fighters talking and they're like they don't remember which punch knocked somebody.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You shouldn't supposed to remember what punch you knocked somebody out with. It should have been planned. You know what I mean?
It is this one, though, that I know everybody can... Well, I think everybody can relate to. I know I can. Can you tell me this? I've been dropped
3 times?
five times in 40... In 100 fights, saying...
How many is a pro? 3 is a pro.
Amateur Paul, both.
In two fights, I got dropped 3 in one and 2 in the other. They're the only times I've been knocked down, yeah?
Hunter.
In Ukraine.
Yeah.
Hunter didn't knock me down. 3 in Ukraine, I got stopped, got knocked out, put down 3 times.
Yeah.
And then
The world title.
Fight.
Yeah.
And I must have to say, surely, people will say, did it hurt? And everybody,
Go to sleep.
everything.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Should have got to sleep.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
everybody who I said, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
What about you? You've been knocked down, haven't you?
Yeah.
So
I've
did
been
you see
knocked out
the
twice.
shot?
No, I tell you what. The first time, as an amateur,
Yeah.
I didn't see the shot. I think it was the left hook.
Yeah.
And I can remember thinking, at the time, I had certain things going on, I was tired. And I remember during the fight thinking, I just want to go home.
It does happen, doesn't it? It does in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was in the fight.
You weren't enjoying
and
it.
I wasn't enjoying it. I was tired. I hadn't slept. burning the candle, and I remember thinking, oh man, I want to go home.
Yeah.
No sense. Said then done. Boom. That was
man.
it. I was like the next thing, and this is why, like sometimes I make jokes to people about waking up in the change room because I remember thinking I want to go home. And then I was in my change room. That's all I remember.
You don't remember when you get there?
That was it.
Yeah.
When I fought Howard Leachman for the British title, he knocked me out in the 12th round.
Yeah.
And I knew it was coming. And what happened was, I say to people, my fighters, don't finish with a hook to the body. Come back to the head. Come back to the head.
Because you did it. Because you did it.
Right? So, so what it was, it's the 12th round. I'm thinking, I'm behind. And I don't know what your take is on this stuff. If you're in a fight and you think you're behind, do you go out and just think, I want to get to the end and lose on points? Or do you go out?
Going for the knockout.
I'm going for the knockout. I'm like, what's the point in just standing up to the end and losing on points? I'm going for the knockout.
Yeah.
So I went for it. And I went down to the body, and I was just so tight, I didn't go back to the head. And I remember thinking to myself, don't do that again. Because Howard, I know he knows boxing. I thought, don't do that again. I must have done it about 30 seconds later. And as I went to the body, I couldn't come back to head. Straight right hand. And when it hit me, my first thought was,
Regrets.
But then I hit the floor, and then I don't remember anything. Like
delayed reaction.
Yeah, I tell a lie. I remember patches. I remember sitting in my corner, in the corner or a corner, and him speaking to me. Yeah. I can't remember what he said. I remember that, and then nothing else.
Yeah.
All right. The weirdest thing for me was when I eventually built up enough that I could watch the fight back. I can't watch that.
Yeah.
When I built it up to watch it back, the interview at the end, I'm laughing, talking. I remember none of it. To this day, I remember nothing.
Yeah. It's like, have you seen that interview? You sent it to me with Rowley, who got knocked out by a tank.
Oh, right,
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
So, did you remember? Did you know what hit you? What you got knocked out with?
The world title fight.
The world title
was
one.
coming.
Let me tell you, there's another story. And you probably know it.
I know
forgot it.
Yeah. You drove home.
I got out of the ring.
Yeah.
Brendan took me out of the ring. I cut my clothes and drove back to Newark. Drove an hour in the car.
Concourse.
Never spoke to nobody. Got home and just stayed at home. That was it.
Wow.
That's so dangerous as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I just did.
Newark's far from where did you drive from?
Hour.
Sheffield.
Oh, from Sheffield. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Concussed.
No, like I was sweet though.
Yeah.
Next morning, listen, 90 seconds that was. I was like I'd not been in a fight. I was just glad to eat.
Yeah.
I didn't stop eating. I was taking the weight on her.
But where did you go up to?
Oh, I went home, man.
It was a light welterweight by the end of the week.
You know, sometimes in boxing, you can go to some mentally dark
Trust
places.
me. Oh, no.
It's tough. People don't get it.
They don't.
People don't get it.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a mental thing, this boxing. And it does get
And
you.
everybody's a professional. What's the word for it?
Professional. Everyone's
not professional. Is another word for it.
Therapist.
No, everybody's an expert.
Expert,
Everybody's an expert.
yeah.
Looking in, aren't they?
Oh,
Everybody's
you're
an
right.
Should have done this. Should have done that.
Yeah.
You know,
Armchair people, man.
You've seen it, haven't you?
It's not easy.
You know, the thing about boxing
it winds you up.
is, you know, like when you're playing a game of football and they watch back on the replay and the trainer system. You see there when you had that ball there and you moved there and you could have made that long pass or you could have done this. You've got time, right? When people are speaking to boxers like it's a football match, it just goes over my head because it's like there's a guy in front of you chucking 4 punches per second if you've got anything about him, while you've got to listen to the instructions in the corner and try and figure out what you want to do too and not get hit. Boxing's a flowing spot. If you're thinking, right, I'm gonna slip. You've already been hit, right?
Yeah,
You've got to be
100%.
flowing. Everything's flowing.
100%.
You can't like when I train clients at weight training, or when I train clients at any strength and condition. If they ask me questions, I'll say okay, fine, because I like people to ask me so they understand why they're doing it.
Of course, yeah.
When it comes to boxing, and they're on a punch bag, and they're thinking all the time, well, don't ask me questions. Said, just hit the bag. We'll talk about it later. I'm clocking everything. But I don't know if I'm doing it properly. Even after 35 years, I'm still not doing it properly. Carrying hitting the bag, I'm clocking how you could get better. I'm clocking your feet and all the rest. We'll talk about it after, because it's a flowing sport. You can't just stop and start. There's got to be.
How many trainers have you seen even now?
Yeah.
Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah.
Loads.
Yeah.
When they're doing it,
Yeah. Yeah.
what can you do? Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I say? I say that this is what I think about fighting.
Yeah.
All right? The bell goes.
Yeah.
And as you walk out, like every movement
Yeah.
from the bell goes to the next bell and you go back, every movement should be connected.
Yeah.
Every movement is for a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you go this way for a reason. And that's how I think about boxing. That's how I try and teach boxing. It's like, if you don't need to move, don't move. Because
It wastes energy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need-
every movement should be for a reason.
Yep.
Either a feint to draw something, to
Yeah.
move them a certain
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, every single movement should be for a reason.
Yeah.
I hear people all the time, move your head. And like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
You've
like,
seen guys doing this. Why they do
It's
it
like-
knackered?
Move your hips, not move your head. Yeah.
it makes,
Yeah.
like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if you have to know where you're putting your head
Yeah.
and why you're putting it.
Yeah.
Why is high, why is low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to achieve
Yeah.
with the movements?
Yeah.
So that's what I think about when I think about boxing.
Yeah.
Everything's for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Otherwise, why would you move?
There's
Stay
even
there.
movement when you're not moving, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. It's like you can show
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Precisely. When
Yeah.
people say move your head, but this is moving your head, right? If I want my head to move, that's my hips.
Exactly.
If I wanted to step off, that's my hips and my feet. And this doesn't take any energy, by the way. I could do this for 10 days straight.
There you go.
But that's movement without really moving. Does that make any sense? Not. But there's times where you literally got to move, right? That's why it's a flowing sport, and that's why you can't talk to boxers like it's a rugby or a football game. You just can't, because it's
Yeah. No, it
they
makes
don't
sense.
have enough. It's time in it. They have 3 or 4 seconds to. If a footballer loses, like Ronaldo right now, he's not the player he once was. He's not dribbling past people anymore. All right, so he's lost 10 seconds off his best. He can still play at that level. If a boxer loses half a second, his career is potentially over. Right?
Oh, 100%. Smart.
So Ish.
Smart. You got to do different things.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
One question.
No,
for
go ahead.
everyone, right? Listen. What your honest opinion? Yeah.
Mm.
What do you think of the boxing now?
Now,
It's not.
Are you, Richard? What do you think of the boxing now? Everything.
It's more like a business. It's more like a business
yeah,
now.
The TV, the promoters,
It's like
the
a business.
fighters,
It's a business.
You know what I mean?
To me, it's like a
It
business.
was always a business, man.
No, but it's more like a business now. And the hand picking fights and putting them
Oh,
where
I
they
thought it was
want.
they've
like
always done that.
They're
though.
making
I
it.
thought it was always like
Yeah, but they're blatantly doing it now than before. Back in the days, obviously they used to fight.
Money and TV's power in it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
See, I like I said, I don't watch that much boxing, but I think it's pretty good. And the reason I say it's pretty good, I know there's like
More money, more opportunities.
more money, more opportunity.
More belts.
100%.
What
I
I like-
think Eddie's made that happen. I think Eddie's doing a great job, man.
You know what I really like? I really like the fact that a lot of fighters are taking care of their business personally.
yeah.
Understanding the game.
More
yeah.
in control,
Right.
more
A
than
lot
we
of-
was.
Yeah, a lot of these fighters now, like they get to a certain level, and
Get all of the
next
career.
thing you know, they're in on the promotions.
Yeah.
They're in on the promotions. They're in on
Joshua's got his own thing, hasn't he?
yeah. They're in on all of these things. I think that's a good thing. You know, I think that's a good thing. What I don't like and what I've always disliked about boxing is the fact that at a certain level you get to avoid people. I don't like it.
Yeah.
The fight should, the best should fight the best, right?
The best should fight the best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
But he's even saying it at the lower level. Because
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of
yeah.
these guys, they've got, I don't know how they do it, but they've got some kind of pull. What do you think to Conor Benn? Do you rate him?
I tell you what I think. I think he is one of the most improved fighters I've seen. When he first started, I thought hype job, living off his dad's name. I saw nothing about him at all. What I've seen is he's growing. You can see that he thinks about what he's doing, and I think his IQ is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready for the
He's definitely what I see.
but he's the most improved.
He's definitely coming on, 100%. But they've got the money and the backing and the people around him to help him with that. But you know what? They're all the right opponents. They're all guys
They're building
past the
up right,
best.
I think times
They're all past the
Yeah,
best,
but you
mate.
know what,
Every
though?
one of them. He's not.
You're gonna-
Even a guy that was half good, that was on the way up.
Okay.
Put him in with somebody like that.
Let me ask
'cause
you.
all these
Let me
guys
ask you
are
this
past
question.
him.
Let's look at the top of the welterweight division. You've got Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. Hopefully they're going to fight in all 5 belts. Could you see Conor fighting any of them two and winning?
Come on, man.
No.
No, not right now. And I think that you see that. I think that's unfair to even to put him
That'll
up
finish
there.
him.
You know
But
what I mean?
he is ranked. He's getting ranked high now.
No, but what I'm saying to you is this: like, so he's fighting people past their best, right? But it's the way he's getting rid of them. Like I was saying earlier, if you look through a lot of decent fighters' records, right? They've fought the same journeymen that the others in their division have fought, right? The only difference is this, where the others fight the journeyman and they go 8 rounds, 10 rounds, they knock them out. They knock them out in 2. And that's why I look at things like that.
Your rating's gone up.
Yeah,
man.
I look at someone's progression to the top. Right? Okay, he's fighting somebody, and the person's past their best, but he's knocking them out in round 2, round 3. He's not struggling. He's not winning on points over 8. He's not winning on points over 10. And for me, that shows
making a statement.
there's something about him.
Yeah, there's definitely
Making
intent
a
there.
statement.
That's
no,
why.
but I'm going to
that's why
disagree. I'm going to disagree, Richard, because he's boxing. Was this Algieri?
Yeah.
Who beat Pacquiao about 10 years
Never
ago?
beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao beat Algieri.
Yeah. So who did he beat? He beat somebody, didn't he? Who's he beat?
Probably Algieri is probably the
He's
biggest.
beat somebody, but it's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
still his
hasn't done
experience.
nothing. He's
Yeah,
done
but
nothing since.
The jury's still out for me.
Yeah, but you know, he's hardly any amateur experience.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't think he had
He's a
nothing.
baby, and you know he's learning at this. And this is the thing.
He's learning on the job.
He's
Isn't
learning on the
He's
job.
definitely
learning
a
the sharp
handful.
thing.
He's definitely a handful.
he? Yeah, 100%.
Isn't
But,
he?
Yeah,
like, you know, going back to even things like, I was listening to something about Anthony Joshua today, and he's getting a lot of stick about stuff and blah blah blah. But even something like that, you know, how long's he been boxing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He won the Olympics after boxing.
Was
was
that
that 2 years?
2000?
Yeah. 2012 he won it, didn't he? Is that right?
So how long was he boxing? Maybe
London.
a couple of years. He won the Olympics. Then and he's a
8
world
years,
champion.
10 years now.
World champion in his 17th fight.
Yeah.
So now you're trying to learn a craft at the top,
Yeah.
at the sharp end, where people are like, you're supposed to be one
There's
of the
no
best.
way back, is there?
There's
You've
no
got to
way
stay
back.
on that level.
So Conor Benn, he might be, he's in what, top 5?
Yeah, he's approaching there. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
top 5 right now. I think he's higher in the WBA rankings because he has the international title.
So what it is, people are looking. You're top 5.
Yeah.
I'm expecting certain things.
Yeah.
It's harsh,
Yeah.
but I think he's moving him good, and I think he's improved
Yeah,
a
they're
lot.
definitely doing a good job.
What do you think when the chats to fight up with him in Eubanks? Stupid and stuff.
Too big, isn't he?
It's
And
because it
Kell
just
Brook as
sells,
well.
doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
the
It's
brothers.
money, innit? It's
sells.
money.
And
business.
Kell Brook as well. You wanted Kell Brook as well.
Business.
Because of the brothers, it just sells. My wife's indicating that we've been speaking the whole hour.
Wow, that's good, then.
That doesn't seem like an hour, does it?
Wow.
That went quick.
Yeah, because we're having
That
fun.
went quick.
Esham, man.
Rich, you need to move up to Leeds and do this with us every time we do it, man.
Nice, man. Yeah.
I'll be up there soon, man.
Listen, Richard's going to be on this show regularly. Watch the space, watch space. We're going to get a private jet and fly him all over.
That's right.
Private
man.
jet.
That's
Ooh.
right.
We're gonna go online and do a little bit soon, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. With that, am I taking us out?
We can take him out.
Okay, we'll both take you out.
I'll take
Listen,
you both out.
Esham Pickering.
Esham Pickering,
Brown
the one and
sugar.
only, one part of the 13th and final round, our champion, our
Respect.
brown sugar. We didn't really
Touch me,
talk about him
That's
though,
it.
we talked about boxing.
That's it.
Good, man.
It's all
Nice
good.
chat. I enjoyed it, man.
That's so
Wicked.
good, that's so
Give him a
good.
clap.
Tune in next week. Don't forget to like,
And share.
Comment.
subscribe,
And we out.
hit that notification button.
Hit that notification.
There you go, hit that notification button. Tune in every week.
Yeah.
We're
13th
here.
final-
We're here.
We're out.
We out.
Yes.